everybody, welcome to Podcast Diana Talk. I have an absolute pleasure to introduce you my today's guest because we have a special topic, and the topic is fear, how to overcome it. Because in our everyday, we sometimes face the fear, but we don't know how to overcome it. So my today's guest is amazing because she faced fear. I can say almost every day. Welcome, please welcome Marlen, a police officer from Estonia. Hello,
Thank
Marlen.
you. Hi, Anna. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you very much for coming. I have really pleasure that you are here because you are a huge inspiration also regarding the topic. Because as a police officer, you have really inspiring career. You started really very well. You have may I say what everything you have achieved?
Yes, please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Marlen has started her career as a patrol officer. At the age only 24, she became the group leader of community police center, where she was in the center of Tallinn, where she was in head of other men police officers, which is really cool and very inspiring. Then later she worked as a detective in the corruption department, investigating some of the toughest and most delicate cases in the country. After she took time and traveled in Australia to gain a little bit of relaxation and inspiration and free time. And after she returned back home to Estonia, she went to a different so department of police. She went to communications, where she's sharing stories and building bridges between police and the public. Amazing career, Marlene. How do you feel about such inspiring career? It's really amazing.
Well, I've always I've always known I've done great, and I've always listened to my heart in police as well when choosing the next path for me. For example, like when I came back from Australia, I think I'm a little bit changed. I like I did this choice, or I choose this career path as a communications department because I really want to gain more experience that I would be able to do something else as than police, being a police officer as well. You know, you really have to. I love the work. I love it. I mean, it's tough, but I really find it like helping others and all this. This is like part of me, and this gives me satisfaction in some way. At least I feel like I am needed, or I can do something to change the world for the better place. So in communication area, it's kind of the same. I am not facing the bad drunk bad drunk people anymore, but now I am the voice of the police. So I think it's important as well.
Amazing. When did you? How old were you when you started working as a police officer?
So I went after the high school. I went to academy, police academy in Estonia. So I was 19, and already on the first year, I went to the patrol. The school lasted, the police academy lasted for 3 years. So I think I was 21 or 22 when I graduated the school, and then went straight to the streets.
Uh-huh. And what brought you to become a police officer? When did it start, this dream, or in your childhood, I guess?
Actually, it wasn't a dream. It came randomly to me. Um, so I was a professional athlete for all my life. For 15 years, I was a gymnast. And this taught me a lot of discipline and gave me some structure to my life. I guess this is the thing that keeps me going, and this is maybe why police force seemed so interesting to me, and the helping factor of it. And also my father was a judge,
Mhm.
and that gave me structure as well in somehow. But at first he was a little bit like shaken, like, are you going to be a police officer? Like, why?
Mhm.
But now he really sees that I'm really good at it. So I think I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I bet
That
that
gave me, it gave me a lot, like this occupation.
I bet you are definitely great at what you do, because also your career, the path is really inspiring. That you became the detective and the group leader in very short time, which is really amazing. And you have mentioned discipline and structure. This is interesting. How do you think discipline influences our life? I mean, not only daily life, but also professional life, like work.
I think it's important to have your good habits in place. You know, you're not gonna just wake up every day and feeling, the discipline and the things you have to do for yourself every day, that gives you really bit like motivation, and it really gives a structure to your day. I don't know. I have some good habits in place, and I wouldn't do it any other way. It like it hasn't been always in place. When you get older, then you then you have these habits, that, I don't know, taking care of my health and my mind as well, because otherwise this job would be harsh, would be too
Mm-hmm.
hard. But you have to like ground yourself somehow. And I've managed to, in time, obviously, I've managed to get my good habits in place. That
Mm-hmm.
keeps
Good
me going.
habits. That's a good thing. Also, before we jump into the topic fear, the good habits. That's also a very good topic. I think every one of the listeners or watchers, viewers will be happy to hear about. What do you think are healthy habits we should keep, and what healthy habits you keep or you do in your daily life?
So I always start my mornings with a little bit of stretching.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I think it's from my gymnast times as well. At the time when I was a teenager, I hated it. I hated it because everybody else was like, if all the other children were chilling somewhere, and I had to get up early and go to the training like 6 times a week and 3 hours a day. So um, I think like now this like moving and this stretching is coming back to my life, and it reminds me of the life I used to have. So I really find myself stretching in the morning. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing my little walk outdoors, because you really have to get yourself going, with the fresh air, and the sunrise would be just great. Then I'm gonna come to my yoga mat and do some stretching, and just breathe, really, like listen to this grounding soft music and just breathe and be grateful for this day. This is
Mm-hmm.
like, and I also write down like 3 things that I'm grateful for every morning.
Mm-hmm.
It could be something easy, I don't know, for this day, for my health, for my partner, for my family, whatever. But at least when you give, then you get. So I'm really thinking that it's just a good habit that I have. And then a lots of water, obviously, during the day
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
to keep my head going.
Yeah. And do you have any? The morning is really great. I love that you do the stretching and focus on your breathing. And what is also very really good for me and inspiring is that you do that. You say to yourself the 3 things what you are grateful for. I heard this from Tony Robbins many times when I listened to his videos, or also somebody else, but I actually didn't do it like every day. So it's nice and inspiring that you do it. And how do you feel after it?
I feel great. I'm usually writing them down, so I keep like a book of gratitude.
Mhm.
So this is, and sometimes when I forget in the morning, then I do it at the night. How my day went. What was the successes of this day? This is like, and I think like when we write something down, I mean, even in the morning, that I don't know, I have some kind of stressful thing today. I'm just gonna write it down like it's gonna go great. You're gonna do fine. You're gonna give 100% of you. So it's gonna go just perfect. And they
Mhm.
usually are. I mean,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if I'm having a bad day, then it's just one day.
yeah, correct, and really nice. And how many times a week do you exercise or keep fit? Because you, as a police officer, you need to be really fit and in shape.
Every day, I think, a little bit every
Mhm.
day. Even this
Mhm.
morning stretching, it takes like 20 minutes, but it really sets me up and keeps me um, tight, not tight, but
Mhm.
just like
Ready for action. Yeah.
in shape and ready and moving all day. Like I don't do days less than 10,000 steps usually.
Mhm.
They always go
Is there
above.
is there any activity you need to do or some hard trainings as a police officer? Maybe not now in a communication department, but before when you were in patrol or as a detective or the leader in the community of police. Did you do any
Yes.
hard trainings with your colleagues?
I think it was the hardest in police academy because we had these trainings all the time.
Mhm.
Like we had to bench press and all these hard work, like the squats and everything with a pretty good load of weight. So the police academy was the most of the trainings, but during when we are in the police force, we have to do um, 3 times a year. We have to perform. So the running, 3 kilometers, I think, and then all these like push-ups and scrunches. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we have to do like 3 times a year. We have to perform, and we have to get on certain level to pass. So this is the thing. Like we have to keep fit for this at
Yeah, three
least.
times a year. That's like so. It's like something like an examination, right? That you need
Examination,
to.
yeah, it's an
Mhm.
examination. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
true.
So
Three
what
even or four. I've been a year away, so I don't quite remember. We always got changing these things as well, and also it doesn't. It's the physical, and then we have a self-defense classes, and
Mhm.
then we have the shooting. We have
Mhm.
to.
So many exercises, and it's important to keep fit. And is there any sport which helps you or helped you in the past when you were as a more as a, in the action? Let's say, what type what sports activity helped you to in your daily life to be in shape? Not only stretching, but I don't know, running, for example, or
Yes, yes.
boxing.
And in the past, like I'm doing running as well, time to time,
Hmm.
right now. But gym, obviously, you have
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
you have to lift weights to be able to lift weights. So yes, the gym and the running outdoors would be my favorite.
uh, I will only share it with the ladies and men who are viewers of today's episode that we met in the special camp in a training in Spain where were doing different activities and overcoming fears. So the topic fear is really actual and very current for anybody. also who attended this training. And I remember that Marlen was so in shape, and she was like always the first in every single activity, and it inspired me as much, because for example, me, I needed first to see people how they overcome it, and then I joined somewhere in the middle where it was safe. So when we speak about fear, before I will ask you also more questions about the police department and how did you manage difficult situations. Um, when I saw you in the intense training in Spain, how you went through every single challenge and without fear, or it looked that you don't have such fear, even maybe you had before, because the activities were quite hard. What attitude do you have towards fear when there is some difficult situation or some challenge which you want to overcome? What do you do to overcome it?
So, when I heard about the challenges, only one thing crossed my mind, like, if I can do it, then they can do it. This was only thing that crossed my mind. And I mean, we were like men and women together. And obviously men are more courageous, and then they always like start usually. But I was like, no, not in this world. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in and show everybody that it's doable. It's doable. I'm gonna give you motivation, inspiration, and I think it's little part of me, little part of my ego was playing a part as well, like because I really wanted to be inspiration, maybe. So I lifted my ego with this one.
Yeah, you definitely were, definitely for me at least, but I believe also for anybody else. I will not say what everything did we overcome, because we are supposed not to talk about it, but to make it more secret. But definitely for me you were, because it was really inspiring. Because I found out by myself, for example, in the fear, when there is any challenge, I overcome it in my life, or I can say almost always. But the fear is so strong in myself, like inside, that I build some big bridge, and before I go across go through the bridge, it takes much longer time, because I'm thinking too much and I'm overthinking how to do it, why to do it, and so much, so much. And what I admire, when I saw you at different challenges, that you just went through it without, I'm not saying without thinking, but definitely without overthinking, as I did, and this was really inspiring.
We are prisoners of our own mind. I always kept this thought because, everything is doable. You just have to believe in yourself. And I have this great belief that I developed over time. It doesn't come easily. I mean, I faced my fears. Usually, there's a lot of fears. This was a physical one, not being able to control everything. But giving up control is a fear as well.
Yeah.
And it comes to our lives usually like within relationships, between friends, between partners, between spouses, between family. We usually, we want to keep it down, but eventually it comes up and you can't help it. So
Yeah.
might as well deal with it right now.
Yeah. But do you think, do you have any advice to anybody, or also me, but also anybody else or who are overthinking when there is a challenging situation, whatever the challenging situation is? It doesn't have to be physical always. It can be, I don't know, some other activity. What tips or advice would you give us?
I would just say go in with an open heart, you know make yourself vulnerable
Hmm.
a little bit, because when you're keeping yourself closed and tight and against everything, that then the joy and everything else that's supposed to come to your life, it doesn't come. So open, be open, go in with an open heart, be open to everything.
Thank you very
I
much.
think.
And when you are afraid of some situation like scary, because like for example, as a police officer, you definitely I'm very faced many dangerous situation. What helped you to go through it and to overcome fear?
I think I didn't overthink it. You have a task and you have to do it no matter what. So this is like when you open a door, I don't know, let's say it's domestic violence.
Okay.
You hear somebody screaming like next to this door, and you're like, you have your partner, your patrol partner, and this is the only thing that you can rely on. You just have to trust. And this is the same with the team. When you have a team to trust, then you can do everything. I think, like for me, for example, yeah, it was this one man who I must trust, and he must trust me as the same. So we can't be, shy or like
Yeah,
closed.
you would need to
You
put
really have to go
100%.
in because your instincts are kicking in as well. Our instincts are really really strong, I think, overall, because when you hear somebody is crying or in need of help, then you don't think, you just go and make this world a better place,
Yeah,
I think.
I think when you hear screaming somebody for help, it's different than when you are facing the challenges like because you are helping
Within
others.
yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and you are thinking about other people. Or if I think about like me when I would be thinking I'm not saying that physically I would be able to defend as well as you, definitely not, but helping somebody is like a natural thing for also for me. But when you imagine also when you are not at your work, but when you are having something difficult situation when you are facing in your life outside work, and it's scary. There doesn't need to be some violence, but it's scary because it is challenging. Is there something what helps you to overcome it? Just go through it and not thinking, or is there something else?
I think I really have to clear my mind and put my thoughts straight. What is important right now? How I'm gonna handle this situation? What is my attitude? This is the, like, us women, we have 1,000 thoughts in our mind, but you really have to concentrate and just say out even these hurting words or whatever you have to do. I don't know, when you have a situation with your partner and you really have to make yourself open. And it's hard to do. A lot of times it's hard to do, especially when the other side is closing. And it's, but this is like your words are then your weapons, basically. You just have to keep calm and describe what are your feelings, and then the other one should melt as well, or at least feel compassion. We're humans, so we have really good senses, actually, like very high senses. So when you make yourself vulnerable, then the others should answer you the same.
Very, very good, very good. Thank you for great tips, a great advice. I think it will help definitely everybody. And regarding your job as a police officer, um, when we speak about when you were, for example, in as petrol, or when you were like every day facing some dangerous situation, what was the most dangerous situation you were facing?
I would
Or
say
Mhm.
Estonia is quite safe country, so we don't have like we have to don't have to pull our guns out every day, and I mean there's no shooting as such, but there's always situations where I think like for example the domestic violence. This is the thing when emotions come along, so
Mhm.
things get very fiery,
Mhm.
and when like okay I don't know let's change the
Mhm.
topic. So usually the most dangerous. It doesn't seem like dangerous at the time when I went through it, but now analyzing this, it seems dangerous actually. We went for a call in the city center where there was a bar fight, at least with few men, four men I think, and they were fighting each other, like really hard. And then I we were driving there. The car was still going, and I jumped out. I ran straight in the middle of the bar fight, and I just started talking, not like pulling somebody away. I just went into the middle of the bar fight, and I just started talking to these men. And my partner left somewhere. I don't even know. I didn't. It was a bad move, maybe, but I just went straight in, and these men they listened to me. Like they straightened up straight away because I think there's a like psychological power as well. You know, men want to behave before the woman, like in this situation, and then they straighten up straight away. They didn't feel the need to fight anymore. They were like, yes, everything's fine. We're doing fine.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
the situation went very well, but there would be like thousand things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody would punch me. Somebody wouldn't like understand what's going
Mhm.
on. My partner was a little bit left behind, you know, and he was not able to help me right away.
Mhm.
But this situation, like, it came out well, but it could go wrong as well. Like
Yeah.
so many different versions. So I'm very thankful that nothing happened to me. But yeah, there was a simple example. When
Yeah.
you don't think and you just act, but it could go wrong as well.
I think they were surprised or shocked that you were a woman and nice
Maybe.
woman, and they didn't expect policewoman, like police officer woman, like young, attractive, to step in the middle of their fight. So the maybe the first behavior what came up to their minds, or like a natural behavior, was woman, and they are men, like, standing. So maybe that's what caused psychologically what you also mentioned.
I think so
Mm,
too.
how many women are there in the police in Estonia anyway?
It's half men, half women.
Really? I would say majority men and only a few women. Are you sure? Really? Oh.
It was, but like it was the percentage of women was a lot lower when I take like 10 years back, but now it's quite even.
Wow, that's really unbelievable. And are there like women, also many women, or 50% or something like this? in the department of patrol, detective, and I don't know, some other departments like this where you have the action?
I would say so. Obviously, we have this kind of like special forces or whatever. This is only men, but yes, I would say that we are quite even. Detectives, community policing officers, patrol officers. We always like when you come from academy, then you should go to the patrol to get a view, like a good view perspective, what's going on, and then you're gonna decide what's good for you, what you gotta choose.
Well done. That's well. I'm surprised, or I'm even shocked that there are so many women. It's. I thought that you say 10, 20%, something like this.
No.
No, really.
It's common. It's very common in Estonia, yeah, to be a police officer as a woman.
Because usually when I see in the streets policemen here in the Czech, I'm from the Czech Republic, and when I see police officers, I usually see men. And sometimes I see women, and I look, oh, there are like women as well, but not as like I would say. Usually they are like in the inside in the offices, but in the streets I usually see men in at least in Prague in the Czech Republic. So, but
Yes.
that's very cool. And regarding when we speak about, because you are a lady, nice lady, attractive, and policewoman or police officer woman, have you ever faced any strange situation because you are attractive woman and police officer?
Yes, of course, some drunk people, like drunk old men, have been proposed to me even.
Ah, really?
But these are like nice, funny stories. Yeah, this is. But usually, like I think when you are in a call with your partner, then usually men are very quick. They have to like they want the results very quickly. But us women, we are patient and ready to talk. You know, and solve the situation with this one instead of fists. So I think we are a lot of help sometimes when it comes to certain situations. Obviously, not you can't solve everything with the talking, but this is the most powerful weapon we have, just to talk through things. I mean, and we have yes, I've seen in my days, I've seen this clears out the air and solves a lot of calls, I would say.
So, so maybe you are a good company when you are a combination of woman and man, right?
Yeah, yeah. Usually women don't go to patrol with another woman
Uh-huh,
because of the
uh-huh.
safety. So they usually we're gonna mix up, and this is a good combination.
When you were speaking about funny moments, what funniest moment did happen to you when in the field, like let's say, like as a police officer,
That's a good one. Funniest.
or one of the funniest, because there were, I believe, also many dangers and also funnies, funny.
I think it was the proposing one. I think we were in a
Uh-huh.
call somewhere in the middle of in the middle of somewhere in the small village or something, and um, then they were drunk old men next to the shop or something, and we were there. One of them was sleeping, I think, and then we got a call about it, and then we went there, and some this man just wake up, and I was like, and he was like, "Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming?" and then basically after that he was like, "I want to marry you. I want to propose to you." And then even sat down on the one knee, and I was like, "Okay, get up. You're coming with us." "Oh, that's my lucky day. You're coming. I'm coming with you." So all these kind of silly moments with drunk people, I think.
Oh, that's so cool. And was there any? when you were speaking about domestic violence and a like difficult situation, but really that you are proud of that you managed with your partner to solve it.
I think so. There were usually when I step inside the domestic violence call or this apartment when it takes place, I usually see a child, a woman, and a man. So somebody has been, you know, getting hurt or even physically hurt. And usually I focus on the child right away. So my questions are like, did child see it? Or so my priority then is child safety and whoever is the abuser to get it like out of there as far as possible to make the proceedings that would never happen again. So I've seen children in a lot of horrible places. Like when I step into the apartment, you can't even walk over there. There's like
Yes.
cockroaches everywhere, and
Cockroaches.
it's
Oh,
cockroaches, yeah, and
oh.
it's dirty, and it's piles of and piles and piles of trash. And somewhere in the middle of this is this child sleeping on the mattress that it's covered in piss and poo and whatever. So, and then you're gonna find this child over there, and you just have to keep calm. You just have to keep calm,
How do you keep
and
calm? Hmm.
you can't, lash out on the parent and the parents. So, and this is where like when you see these kind of situations, then you're like you're gonna do everything to keep this child safe and in a clean place somewhere. So usually, yeah, this there comes a child rescue team or not child protectors, the
Yes,
service
yes.
and stuff like this. So usually we come within big forces to make the situation better.
Marlen, how do you keep quiet or calm in these situations which are very emotional?
I kind of have to. I can't lose my mind. There was a situation. I think it was the first one. So I found this. Actually, there was a call that children have been swimming across the lake. One of them drowned, and it was the first one, the first call I ever get, which was like a death call. And I went there and I saw this little body, 10 years old or whatever he was. And then this wasn't scary to me. The scariest part was I had to go to his parents
Yeah.
and talk it through with them. And you never know how the people are going to react. So this was the most emotional one, I think, because I didn't want to cry in front of them, but I left the room and cried a little bit because it was devastating to see what the parents did, or like the mourning, and I think the boy was playing piano a lot. So the first thing the father did was putting on some kind of song on the piano that the boy played. So it was like it was a shock. So it's a
Oh,
shock
it's,
situation,
mhm.
and they couldn't do anything else. They were not crying. They were not screaming. They were just quiet. And this father put on this song, and after that, that was like so.
I will take a handkerchief. They had to be
But I
really
think
difficult.
when you have children, you're gonna look I think the things differently when you get the children. And I've always felt a good connection between, or the children have been always my motivation, or that's what I do it. So I really love the work with children because I really see that I can make a world a better place. Now all these stories come to my mind now. So yeah, at least.
Maybe some with good ends now. So I will not cry
Yeah,
instead of
okay,
asking you
I'll give you an
questions.
example. So we were having problems with, children gathering together, doing some silly stuff like drinking alcohol and stealing and stuff in the city center. So, and there was this one girl that I just took the time and I talked to her. At the first, she was very like flashing out at me and didn't want to connect at all, and then she started to share what's going on in her home, and after hearing this, I just gave her my number, that call me whenever you want to talk, whenever you're in trouble, just call me. And after this, so I bumped in her for a few times. She always recognized me and she always came to me and even told me things that had happened. I mean, with the boys, with the stealing, with everything. She was like my my number two. She knew everything that's going on at the streets, and at home. So she was taken from her home and putting in some kind of other family to taking care of her, but she didn't like the family. So I think there was like, I gave somebody this information, and then there was some changes took place. I think I changed my position at the time as well, so I couldn't really talk to her. But somebody saw her a year later, dressed up pretty, with a new mom, or new foster mom, I would say. And she was not with the boys and not with the on the streets anymore. She was, dressing beautifully in some kind of dress, walking with her foster mom and being taken care of. So this
Oh,
is
that's
the this is the difference you can make when you spot somebody in trouble. I only sent, like, I think one email that, hey, we really have to do something about it.
yeah,
And necessary measurements were taking place, so
love it.
necessary proceedings, sorry.
Uh-huh. Are you still in touch with her?
No, no, I think it's been a few years now. But I think, like, whoever took my place were like, yeah, we're helping her, and then she's off with a good start. Yeah.
Marlen, I have one question. On Netflix, there is a very good series I am now currently watching and I love. It's called The Rookie. Is there any similarity to daily life as a police officer?
So I love The Rookie. I watched all the seasons, obviously. I really love the police. I mean, some of them are cringe, but this is actually pretty good. I don't know, it's American police. It's a little bit different, but still, they jump on really quickly from the cases, but it's it's quite um, it's quite good, like quite similar. You have these different challenges in your personal life as well when you're a police officer. Obviously nobody's been chasing me or whatever, or getting a vengeance, but and okay, there's this oh my god, they're doing a little bit like, jumping. Once you're a
Yes.
police patrol officer, then you're going to talk to detective, da 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 da. So it's going like very like a mix.
Yeah.
This is not usual, but we are talking a lot. Like we are communicating with different departments a lot to, move the information. So it should be like this. It's a good way.
I think it's a
Their
great.
situations are very much more like high end.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a brilliant series because it made people to look at the police department and police and people in police officers with different eyes, how they are facing really not only fear but death can like these situations every single day, and yeah, the team spirit and the trust in the team is really crucial to have. That's also what you mentioned, the trust when your colleague or on your team member and on your team, that how important it is. So I
In
have
the
to
room.
say I love it because now I'm in season 5 and I watch it in every lunch break. I watch this series.
Yes. This is it's all about the team, I think, in
Yeah,
police as well. Like when you have a strong team, then you're as weak as your weakest link of the team. So
hmm
uh, I think I've managed to get all my best friends from the police because we are thinking the same. We are we are like we are being through the same things, and you know these situations just build they build a trust.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah. The trust. When you were speaking, when you now speak about the team, when you were a leader of the community of police, how was the beginning? How did you how was it? Was it difficult because it could be challenging in different ways? Young police lady, leader of other police officers. How was it?
It was difficult. It
hmm
was the so I was 24 at the time, so I really couldn't I didn't know about controlling myself or my emotions and stuff, and the time as well, because at the time was COVID.
Yeah.
It hit us when it was a COVID time. So police in Estonia, at least, they gave us a lot of new challenges or
hmm
tasks that we have to complete, and then you are between the big leaders and your group, basically, and you have to sell them or make them do these all these tasks that nobody at the time could understand. So yes, it was difficult, but it was also, and it was challenging, but also very precious time for me, because I get to know this feeling, and I learned from it.
Yeah. What
So
were your biggest learnings from this?
I think how to stand on my ground, like how to um, speak up, how to speak up for myself, for my team, for my values.
Mhm.
Um, Now I've read all these books about leading, and I would do so much better. But at the time, I did my best that I could. I just hold this ship above the water. That was my goal, to 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 try at least.
Yeah.
So
And what about also facing the situation that you are as young? And there, I can imagine that other police officers were much older than you, even men
yeah.
or women. So how did you deal with also this challenging situation regarding age?
It was a test for me, definitely, because it bring me a lot of situations where I was told that, oh, you're young, you don't understand, you're not going to tell us what to do. Not as quite as that words, but it felt like it. So it was a challenging moment for me. I really wanted to just get by with everything, or get along with everybody, and I think I was pleasing a lot at the time. I would say I was just surviving, because like pleasing everybody, and forgetting everything, and all the things that happened in between.
Mm-hmm.
I was just surviving, really, because I wasn't ready. I don't know if you can ever be ready. You just
Mm-hmm.
kind of have to learn. But I was only a leader for a year, and then somebody called me already, like, "Oh, you're doing such a great job. Come work for me." So, and then I was like, I just opened another door, because I
Oh, that
really
was,
felt that this
yes.
is I was like very happy about it, because I was like, I I really have to move on, because it's not sustainable.
Um, it is it is said or that the door opens when you are ready. So I believe that it opened for you to be the leader because you were ready, even you were scared and it was new for you. But whenever we are facing any complicated situation, what we haven't done in the past, it's something what appears because we are ready to overcome it and we are ready to grow. So that's I believe that you were ready even you didn't think about it or you didn't
Yeah,
think about it
I
first.
like the word growing.
Yeah.
Yes, because it grew me a lot, and I think like that's why I'm always taking on a challenge,
Mm-hmm.
even if I have fear. I think this is the most scariest thing I've ever done in police of
Mm-hmm.
police field, like like taking on a leading job
Uh-huh.
and the responsibility with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really felt it, and the team was older and stuff like this. They didn't respect me as much, but
Mm-hmm.
I think within a year I gained some respect, definitely. But
What helped you to gain respect?
I think like just calming myself down and not being
Mm-hmm.
all over the place all the time, just dealing with my emotions and putting them aside,
Mm-hmm.
and stood my ground. I just stood my ground.
And I would say also or my feeling is that also trust in yourself and whatever whoever said just continue and
Yep.
don't give up.
Yep, don't give up. Just
Mhm.
continue with your doing. Everything's gonna play out well. And then
Oh,
the other door is gonna open when you really feel that that's not for you, this is not sustainable. I'm just gonna burn out over here.
how
Then
many
the other
people
door.
did you have in the team?
10. 10
10.
people.
Mhm. How many men were there in the team?
Half of them were men, yeah.
Okay, I thought 9 or something. Okay. Good. 50-50. All
Actually,
right.
it's easier to lead the men than the women,
Okay. Why? Why do you think so?
because women have emotions they can't control,
Mhm.
and they're gonna hurt you.
Mhm.
Men are more subtle, and they're just gonna go with the flow. They're
Mhm.
gonna make their peace more quickly. So,
Mm.
but women keep their hate and stuff like this. So, a
Oh, that's
little
good.
bit
Not
different.
good. Uh-huh. And also maybe men what they think they say, right? But women they have hidden backgrounds in their minds. So
Yes, so it's
mm,
easier.
good topic or comment what you mentioned because before I would say that I would not think about it, but it's actually true what you are saying. And I think or believe that what also helped you to gain the position or to be stronger in this position as a leader is also not only to go on, to continue, to trust in yourself, don't give up, but also to show the results that you are really, that they can believe, they can trust you. No, also I would say.
Yes. Yes. Trust comes within a time, and
Yeah.
within, you have to build trust. But I think it's, so I grew up from this same team, you know, but maybe it's easier when you come somewhere that nobody knows you. I don't know. Actually, there's two different sides of it. So
Mhm.
I grew up from the team to be the leader, and then there's people who come outside. Nobody knows you. You can, ground yourself a little bit faster, maybe, or yeah, nobody knows you. I think that's
Mhm.
the, maybe it's a positive thing, but I'm not sure. This is my
I
experience only.
I think in every situation can be pluses, minuses in
True.
like every age. Even if you are growing within the company or you are external, that you come from some that nobody knows you, because if nobody knows you, then they can have they can challenge you differently in some
True.
different situations. So it's I think it was the best way for you how it was. And then
Definitely.
you become detective, right? Which was
Yeah.
also so cool. So how was it to become a detective?
It was different because I really, at first, I was so confused because when you're a team leader or at least in community policing, everybody wants something, Everybody's sending you emails, everybody wants something. There's always some kind of fire you have to put out. But over there, nobody touched me. I mean, I was just, I'm, I'm doing my own case. I'm changing direction, whatever. I'm doing my own thing. That's what I loved about it. So it was a little bit, it was definitely more peaceful.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
this is what I loved about it.
Maybe it was a little bit more psychological, no? Because you were dealing with different people, more, I would
Yeah.
say, intelligent because of the cases you were solving as well. No, I mean the not customers, but the people who you were
Yeah.
solving the cases.
Yeah.
So. Because you were in the corruption department, so I can imagine that it it had to take also some time to solve the cases.
Yeah.
Did it?
It took. It's usual to take like 2 years or something, a case.
Oh,
So they're very long and they need a lot of evidence, and you really have to think everything through before you know charging somebody.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was different times.
And it was connected, I believe, also like with some high positioned people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
So we don't go into details, but what would you say? What was the toughest in this job or in this concrete job as a detective?
I think putting everything together,
Mhm.
all the evidence, and then that would not be enough. You put in so many hours, and then that would not be enough to
Mhm.
to to keep somebody or to charge somebody, because I felt often that um, I felt often like overwhelmed because I was doing a lot, and it wasn't enough. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was the main thing that I wanted to change my career path as well, because that not it didn't burn me out, but I felt like, is this the end, or is this the really what I want?
Mhm.
Because you can't help people anymore like directly. You can't help them like around, but all the things doesn't come together always. So this is why I changed my path like completely as well by taking a year off and going to Australia and doing something else with my life.
Yeah, I can imagine now better. Regarding Australia, how did you enjoy the trip?
It was good. It was amazing. And the nature I love the most. I love the most the nature and the ocean, because we don't have any ocean in Estonia and we have cold weather. And there it was. I was so happy even when I was sweating, I was happy. uh, but I did totally different jobs over there. You know, it was a challenge for me because here I was a respected police officer, you know, with a respected profession. Over there, I was zero.
Mhm.
I, I, so I went, I was jobless, even with my partner was working, I was jobless for 2 months or something. And because I only had like my police career to show, but it cost nothing. So then somebody gave me a chance as a waitress. So I did the waitressing. And after that, we moved, and I was a tractor driver, tractor operation.
Tractor driver. Oh my God.
For 12 to 14 hours, I was driving the tractor in the
Oh,
field. Um, it was
14
harsh as
hours a
well.
day. 14 hours a day.
For two
Wow,
weeks. And
that's a
then we
lot.
had one day off, and again 2 weeks tractor driving. So that was something else. I think the experience was something else. But I did it with my partner, so it was easier. I didn't do it alone. We were in the different tractors, obviously, but still. Um, yeah, but it gave me so much time to think and, you know, develop myself, listen to these podcasts and read books and write. So I used this time wisely and did something for myself. And I realized that I can't like take on the same path by when we come back to Estonia. I can't do the same path anymore because I saw firsthand. I was going to the other country. I had no experience in no field at all.
Mm.
I was only a police officer, and this cost me over there nothing. So I really that's why I changed totally my area by going to the communication area. So now I'm talking to media and writing articles and, you know, changing the police view, all the people's view from the police, and you know, doing such good things.
Yeah, I think it's very important what you are doing, because when watching the series Rookie, it really also helped me to look at the police anywhere in the whole world, like with different eyes. And also when you are in public relations in a police department or communications, when you communicate with print, with people, like different. So it's really great that you are really helping to get the bridge between the police and the public, and help people to better understand what is really going on. Of course, some cases you cannot say details because it's forbidden, but still, it's nice to have in the communication somebody with nice face, pleasant, empathic, and pleasant, so they can also have a better feeling also towards you as a police officer.
True, that's true.
So, what articles do you write about?
So my focus is on the traffic
Mhm.
because lots of people get killed every year in traffic.
Okay.
And as a I wouldn't say when I'm a normal person walking on the streets that it's so dangerous, but it is when I'm seeing the statistics and stuff like this. So I am really putting on our people's heart this knowledge that please don't rush, don't overspeed, don't there's you're not in such hurry. You can lose somebody for this, you know. So all these things we are trying to prevent bad things happening in traffic. It's such an easy object, and everybody is like every day we are, you know, connecting in the traffic. Actually, like everybody is in the traffic, but they often don't think about it. They just take it as a thing that is. But 1 second that it would go, everything could go wrong. So I'm really trying to reach people's like and change people's behavior, or at least they would think about it, about the safety of our streets.
Yeah, well done, and you're totally right. Now I have prepared for you special questions, light questions, easygoing, fun, let's say. Are you
Okay.
ready? I will read
Yes,
those
okay, let's do
questions.
it.
So, if you weren't a police officer, what would you be doing as a job?
I think I would have my own little business of something. I would love to run something and be an inspiration. I think inspiration for kids, something with
Uh-huh.
this one. Yeah.
Ah, love it, love it. What's your favorite Estonian word, and what does it mean? I would need definitely translation.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Um, oh, what is the word?
You can say more words if you want.
I would say ilus naine.
Oh,
This means beautiful woman,
oh, this is nice.
as you are.
Oh, thank you very much. You are.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know. This came out of my head. Like, I don't know really.
Thank you. Well, next question. Do you like more coffee or tea?
Oh, that's a good one. I was addicted to coffee and I still am a little bit, but I'm now changing for the tea. So I would say for the taste coffee.
For the taste coffee, okay. And when we speak about addictions, because I used to have an addiction on sugar or chocolate. So now my question is, I didn't write, but now it came up to my mind. Chocolate or meat?
A few years back, I would say meat, but now I'm telling chocolate.
Okay. What's the best trip you have ever taken in your life?
Australia.
What song always puts you in a great mood?
Oh, I think
Or music style of music, maybe, if not if not the concrete song.
it would be the concrete song, like "Keeping My Head Up" by. Oh my God, who is doing this? I think not
We
Birdie,
need to
but
Google it anyway. Uh-huh.
yeah, "Keeping
Uh-huh.
My Head Up" by somebody. I think it's Birdie, but it's not, maybe not.
Okay, okay. I will listen to it after our or online coffee. I will definitely. Do you like more prefer dogs or cats?
Cats.
Uh-huh. Do you believe in luck?
Yes.
Uh-huh. What's your guilty pleasure?
I think the sweet pastries.
Hmm.
This is
I
my
can
guilty
imagine.
pleasure
I
right
can
now.
imagine. Not now, like with sugar, but
Cinnamon rolls.
very tasty. What's your favorite way to relax?
um, by walking.
Oh, oh,
Walking and having a chat with a good friend.
that sounds good. That sounds good. What's one thing on your bucket list you would like to do or see or anything?
Bucket list. Oh, okay. Yes, I would love to go and travel Asia
Mhm,
for months.
mhm.
So I would have to create myself this kind of ability to go to Asia and travel for months. So traveling overall,
Oh,
this is my bucket list. To be free and
uh-huh.
travel.
How would your friends describe you in 3 words?
Very friendly,
Mhm,
empathetic,
mhm.
and bubbly.
Bubbly. Oh, it's good.
Bubbly, I think.
What's your most favorite color?
Green.
Uh-huh. What's the last TV show you loved on Netflix or TV or?
Oh my god, I'm watching Outlander.
Oh yes, it's good as well.
Yes, and I'm loving this. I am binge watching even it. It's a little bit. I really have to get my doses down, but yes, I'm loving this, and I love all the, Vikings and stuff like this. This
Yeah.
is like an old, these old Netflix series. So yes, everything that's from
Hmm.
these centuries.
Me too, me too. And what season are you in Outlander?
First one. It's still on the first
Uh-huh,
one,
uh-huh. That's
so
amazing.
I just discovered it like this week, and I
Uh-huh.
am watching it like nonstop.
It's very difficult to not to watch it.
Yes, just before you, and I was like, still like 15 minutes. I was like, ah!
Yes, yes.
But it's not healthy. I really have to like.
Yeah. Now, a helicopter was passing by. As a police officer, have you ever sit in a helicopter?
I have, I
Uh-huh.
have been doing the searches. Somebody was missing in the woods, and then we did the searches. Somebody who was, picking berries and mushrooms and stuff like this. So, yes, this old person was missing. And then
Oh.
we went up with the helicopter and searched him.
And did you find him?
Not with an helicopter, but after, yes, by on the ground. Yeah,
Good. I'm happy that there is a happy end with this. When
there
you
was
can,
it.
yeah, it's when you can say what do you like most? Beach, forest, or city? When you go on vacation.
Beach and
Hmm.
forest. City
And
the least, so nature.
yeah, yeah. I think the older or more mature I am, I also prefer like more nature and definitely always beach or water, anything connected with water for me.
Yeah, the ocean would be the bestest. And then
Yeah,
after that, I want to go to the forest.
yeah. Are you a morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Uh-huh. What time do you get up?
Around 6:30, something like this. Yeah,
Hmm.
not too early, but still, that I would get my things done before the work and before the day. This
Yeah,
is like a necessary thing.
very good. And because we are talking over 1 hour already, 1 hour almost 15 minutes, which is incredible. It goes the time so quickly. With you, it's like fluent, like a river. It's amazing. Would you have any wish or motto for anybody who is now watch, or now not now, but later will be watching this episode?
I think just be the best version of yourself every day. Give 100%,
Hmm.
and um, I really love this saying that if you can do it, everybody can do it. So be an inspiration for others to help them be better.
This is really nice. Marlen, thank you so much that you made time and that you came and that you were a guest of my podcast. It's really a pleasure to have you. And I'm very happy to talk to you because you're a really great inspiration, not only in Spain in the intense training, but also in your daily work and what everything you have achieved. Thank you for amazing interview and for your time.
Thank you, Jana. It was a pleasure to be here. This is my first one. This is my first one speaking in English in some kind of podcast. So I'm really happy that you invited me and I took on this challenge. So I'm grateful for you and I'm grateful for myself.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this was amazing. Marlen, a police officer from Estonia. Wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.